Hey, what's going on, guys? Doing something a little different today. Just wanted to get out of the house, just a little bit of a change in scenery. I'm gonna walk around the city. Sorry about the audio. I don't think the audio is gonna be very good, but we're gonna walk around, show a little bit of New York. We're gonna go to Battery Park, West Side Highway. We're gonna actually talk about something real, so it's not just some random ass vlog, but this is gonna be a little more interesting, all right? So it should be a little fun. I'm also congested, so sorry. I live downtown, and to get to the West Side Highway we have to walk through Tribeca, which is this backdrop that you're seeing right now. That's a triangle below Canal, so we're walking through it. It's pretty close, and we're gonna get to the water soon, which is the Hudson River. The plan is to go to the water, find a place to sit down, and then answer one question that I want to answer. So almost there. Alright guys, we're here. So we're just at a pier, West Side Highway. There's a lot of stuff going on. The backdrop is the city, and this other backdrop here is going to be New Jersey. Be careful. This is New Jersey in the back. It's pretty crazy, a lot of stuff going on. They even play beach volleyball here. It's like 50 degrees and some people don't have their shirts on. You see that? So in another video I made, I think it was my Carnegie Mellon video, but I made this very clear distinction between students that could be choosers versus students that couldn't be choosers. And the choosers were the ones that could pick wherever they worked. They were really smart. They could work at Google, Facebook, whatever. But a lot of people were asking what separates them from the rest of us. And it's really simple, and it's also kind of dangerous to think about this kind of stuff too much, but I wanted to address it. So like, what made those really smart students so smart versus the rest of us? First, what you just have to do is just completely get rid of the special people out of your mind because they're not the norm. So you cannot compare yourself with Steve Jobs or Elon Musk or Bill Gates. There will be some people that are straight up gifted, different prodigies, and it's not really fair to compare yourself with them. They can influence and aspire. You can aspire to be like them, but it's not a fair comparison. So there's like, it's just a distribution. You gotta kind of kill the edges and kind of consider the fat, the average part. So that's the first thing I want to say. Just like, if you're comparing yourself too much to the real geniuses, the real gifted people, it's not a fair comparison. So what I think, this used to bother me a lot in school. This bothered me a lot, just being around other peers that were just apparently much smarter than me or getting the jobs that I wanted to get. So it bothered me a lot. It'll bother you, bothers everyone. Like, if you see other people at your similar age or your similar level doing better than you, you will ask yourself, why are they there and I can't be at that level? But actually everyone's mind and everyone's like mentality and just brain, I guess, but everyone develops at a different rate, and at the same age your mind will be developed either behind or ahead of someone else. So I know for a fact that I've developed my mind a little bit, in the past 3 years, for example, and it's at another level than what it was in college, right? But it's very likely that someone else, when they were 18 or 19, had already developed their mindset way beyond their years, way beyond a lot of their peers, and that's just how it is. Some people are just developed their thinking and their mindset quicker than other people. I think you see this a lot when you hear those crazy stories of kids skipping their grades and being way ahead of their classmates. So think of like the 10-year-old that goes to college. It's already not a very good scenario, but why does like 11 or 10-year-olds sometimes need to go to college? But for whatever reason, they've developed their mind. Maybe their parents have done it, but they are just not on the same level as their classmates anymore, and that's why they send like a 10-year-old to college, just because that 10-year-old has developed their mind already to the level of college students. So even to interact with the people that he or she is around, they have to be at that level, because it's just unfair for them, or just weird for them to interact probably with people their age. So this is really similar to what happens in college, because in college, there's a wide range of levels. Like, you could have a really developed mind or a very not so developed mind. So I could definitely tell, even my first week at college, there were some people that were taking advanced programming classes like their freshman year, or like take classes I was taking my junior year. They were already talking about them in our freshman dorms. And to me, they just seemed straight up smart. But it wasn't that they were straight up smart. It was just that they had developed a little faster than I did, and I would eventually get to that point. But it's just a matter of timing, and not everyone is on the same timeline, you know? So I'm not sure where I'm really going with this. I didn't write a script for this video. I'm just winging it. Also, I just decided to go outside because it's different. But the dangerous thing I wanted to talk about is that you should never compare yourself directly with your peers, because it's also not really fair, because since you're on different timelines, your brains will be developed in different ways. So it's never fair, even for yourself, to just do peer-to-peer progress comparisons. It's not fair. The only thing that you can measure well is if you're individually improving your own mindset and your own like mental development, and if that's already always moving up, that's the best you can do. If that's stagnant, you're messing up. But as long as that's moving forward, you will eventually catch up to all those other peers that you thought were so much smarter than you back in the day. Like when I was a freshman, the people taking such and such classes were insanely smart. And then when I took those classes and I started to just understand those stuff, I'm like, oh, I get it now. I guess those people just understood that, 2 years ago, but now it's 2 years later and I'm at that level. So it's all just really relative. And if you're blessed with maybe you're a college student and you're thinking so beyond your peers, and companies are like begging you to work for them, then good for you. You're just at an accelerated track. But for anyone out there that's spending too much time comparing themselves with other people, it's just a different timeline. So you're not going to be on the same timeline as everyone else. It's just your timeline, and you have to keep pushing it forward. So I would overall just not worry too much about this in terms of comparing yourself with other people. All you have to do is just keep the progression forward and upgrade your thinking, just upgrade your mind a little bit, but never compare. And I know the root cause of questions like this. When people ask, oh, what makes those people be able to work at Google versus us, or what makes those students so smart, the root cause of that is always comparison, and it's just not the right way to start off with it, right? I said this before, but everything comes from internalization. Just ask yourself, what do you need to improve on, because you know best, right? All right, I've talked too much. This was really unscripted. I don't even know how the audio is going to be, and I don't even know if this video is going to provide any value, but I can't hold this camera too much longer, man. All right. I'm just going to walk around a little bit more, maybe show you guys a little more scenery. I'm in the middle of Battery Park right now. It's kind of crazy, but there's a lot of cool stuff here. I don't want to make this like a scenic video. It's more still about answering the questions, but if I see something cool, I'll take some footage and try to include it. All right guys, I'm gonna show you some New Jersey skyline, then Statue of Liberty. It's really small, and then we'll wrap up. This is New Jersey from the Manhattan side. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And this, everyone, is the Statue of Liberty, which is insanely small. Let me zoom in. That's the best I could do. Even from here, it's really small, so you guys aren't missing too much, but while we're here, it's kind of cool to see. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the different scenery, and maybe I'll make more of these videos, but it's tough to talk in public and it's really weird. So, see you guys next time. Alright?